Well, just got off the phone with Crazy Grits. I usually go live before 4 o'clock to do the intro and have the time of my life. It's 420, smoke if you got it. I know they're having sales all throughout the great state of Minnesota. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Monday, I'm going to go to Grand Rapids, Minnesota tomorrow. Just bring the truck home. It's like, no, it's not a big deal. I can leave a little early. I don't need to do all this behavior. If I need to bring something somewhere on the way up to somebody else, I don't want to get caught in a pissing and moaning match if I can bring something on the way up as I go north. So I said, I'll just leave a little early and we'll get her done. I'll just get an extra hour of calm time, which I'll be using on Friday because I might have a dentist appointment Thursday. The fear-mongering radio will be on Thursday. Friday, I got to go to the doctor. Doctor. It's cow shit, Cowpote. Fear-mongering radio. We appreciate the men and women of the armed forces. 1, 2, storm the beaches, snap the necks around and freed those Jews. Damn right we did. They were deported to New York and then turned back and slaughtered in cold blood. I guess it never happened. It'd be nice if the Holocaust was just a movie, but it was not. The rat line, blue laws, burn those Catholics to the ground that are crime scenes. I'm not anti-Catholic. I'm just pro-children. I'm pro making sure they're safe. Boy Scouts, you see something, say something. And of course, we had forgotten war in Vietnam. 58,000 plus adjudicated rapist, convicted felon up on the hill. Flat feet, playing a lot of golf. Be $30 million you just spent on playing golf. Didn't go to war. Many people were injured and maimed, and a lot of Vietnamese were the longest war. We're in Iran, just an excursion, right? Desert storm, plenty more. Iran, in and out there at Venezuela. They're running on a jet fuel. Maybe carpetbagger gets stuck overseas. But anyways, it's a pinch out there. Men and women in blue. Don't like a cop call a crackhead. God bless the working class. They work every single day. We appreciate you very, very much that get the job done in this country and support people out there. I guess New York 10 said Barium exposure might be dead again. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant Coast Guard, the in-on uniform. I thank you so much for this country. Without you, have little nothing at all. We appreciate it very, very much. You choose to serve, and I appreciate that. You are your choices in life, right? I wouldn't shower in the shower. Pan say, no, make the choice not to. Make the good choice around the good people. You'll live in good places. Around poor people, be poor. Around the good people. Women, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry. Make a good choice to prevent AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, and penis. If you don't like two men having sex, you can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Put one on. Unwanted pregnancies. Adoption is the option. I have no children that I know of. I don't know. Who knows? Whores in the back seat. Sluts in the couch. Make love in the bed. Wet, filthy, dirty, screaming, hollering, pulling hair. It'll be a lot of fun. Oops. She's pregnant. Aunt Flo. Now you're the father of the child and you're carrying that groceries and you pump that baby out. He runs off, and now a man that fathered you and pumped you full of cum has run off, and you look in the child's eyes. It's a man you didn't like. Another good choice. Don't drink and drive. Please call someone, or you will murder someone. Pick up the phone if you've had too much to drink. Call me. Call Casey Grits. Call the Santa Claus. Call Beef Stew. Call Life and Vibe. Mighty Prophet and the Flying Circus. Call New York Daniel. I don't know. Just call somebody. 3 people murdered by drunk drivers in my inner circle. Look up Jeff Dubay, how many poor choices he's made with drugs. Guy with your mouth open, it's not my fault. But anyways, it's a beautiful day to be alive, going to Grand Rapids. He got the email, when can you go? And I said, go tomorrow. Bring going up and coming back. And I said, if I get back in time, but he's going to, the guy I'm bringing it back to in Twin Cities is going to, going over to, overseas to China to get laid for a whole month. The second time he did that about 2 months ago. I said, well, he's a grown-ass man. I told him the 4 floors of whores in Singapore. He looked it up on the phone. I said, look it up. Look it up. 4 floors of whores in Singapore. I brought my Uncle Rugburn. There was plenty of sped condoms on the floor. He had the time of his life. He did. I appreciate Old Man Nation doing an epic 1-hour show with Barium Exposure. Came along, produced, wrote Dragon Slayer for Sarasota Tim. We appreciate that. Oh, drama, right? Beef stew we'll talk about right now. I had KEC grits on. Oh no, 7 things I noticed in Nomadic Frank video. Oh God, BlindViews. He was camping, I guess. So he's whining again. So how can you notice? You can't see. So he did a video about BlindViews because he did a video bitching he went camping without chubbles. Went there. So you think, well, how do you notice anything? You can't see, right? You're not supposed to notice stuff. Okay? I don't understand that behavior. He was bitching that one video. I listened to one on the way to work. Whine about this, whine about Sarasota Tim selling his bike. It's like, Jesus Christ. Piss and moan. It's like, what the hell, man? But, yeah, he's gonna, tell us what he noticed, whatever he was doing. Yeah, Beef Stew. He's like quitting the drama community. He's quitting the drama. Quitting. I'm gonna write a song here. Quitting. Hang on a second. He is quitting the YouTube drama. He's all butthurt about Life and Vibe and her striking his channel. He's all bad. He's mad at her now. I guess that was his girlfriend. And they've had a messy breakup. He can't quit her. I tried to call him. He won't answer. So he's kind of a Beef Stew chickens out, right? That's what he's doing. To YouTube drama. We'll write it here. We'll write a Beef Stew quitting YouTube drama. Yeah, we'll see about that behavior. I do want to thank Mark coming on the show. Did a good job with Barium Exposure. I guess New York Dan said he's dead again. I guess he's passed away. Moved on to something more substantial. But Beef Stew, he's all bitter about his girlfriend. He's so upset and so frightened about this behavior. He's mad he got struck by the woman, but when you want to put stuff up, he gives her the right to do it. I know it's double standard. He can't be a grown-ass man, still talk about drama, because he was on the Soros stuff. He just, doing the AI slop. Yeah, I write the songs here, but I'm also talking to you. I don't, whatever it may be. So he's, so it's already Beef Stew exit. So we'll get the song in here. We'll see if KC Grits was supposed to call the show. Yeah, he's quitting. He's going to allegedly ride his bike, do some cooking videos that no one will care about. No one will care. I mean, they want to hear you be obsessed over a grown-ass woman. It's like saying I'm not going to listen to Wonder Hussy, or I'm not going to watch any people anymore, and, I'm not going to bitch about BlindViews. Of course I'm going to bitch about BlindViews. He's a fake blind guy. He's living about the garage, playing he's blind and whatever, whine about Tater. He's fun to keep his feet to the ground, and it's fun, man. It's what it's all about. Chicken neck, morning, thick and rich, New York Daniel, the dimwit, Ziggy and the ingrate, Dingling, even Carl, Old Man Nation, right? Good old beef stew, running off. Can't handle a little fun. Shout out to my fiance on here, Squirrel Bay Perry. Talked about that Tennessee idiot. I listened to part of that. He's on to Carolyn RV, which I get Carolyn RV. I mean, I listened before. I mean, I think if she would do something instead of driving around her vehicle, bitching about her life, I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear. If she went somewhere, like Wonder Hussy, that one that Carl talked about when about an ode to the guys who were killed, the firefighters. That was a good one. She did a really good thing on that. And New York Jam bitch about notes. Wonder Hussy doesn't use notes. That woman goes on the top of her head when she does her stuff. I'm sorry, I don't need about my video being good. I don't care. I will do my videos. Here it is. I don't have any talking points here. It's off the top of my head. I get my talking points in my head, and I don't sit there and read from a script like Carl does and like BlindViews does. He has double loam. It's just like when I speak at a funeral. Here's what I've talked about my mother-in-law. I've talked about my brother. I've been to many funerals to speak about people I've been asked to speak. Good friend who died at the airport. I knew him for years. I spoke at Mancini's for a good 20 minutes, and people were laughing and crying because I had a lot of good memories with me and him. I didn't need any notes. I talked about memories with my friend. I'm sorry, it takes away from this behavior that you're doing. I mean, she's making goulash tonight. She's surely not going to get on directions. She's just going to make it. I'm sorry. The dimwit. Again, I think New York Dan's a nice man. He'd be fun to go party with, smoke some geef with. But I think he's just like Fat Boy. He got kicked out of 10th grade, and they posted his diploma because he's a harmless idiot spending his family money, living in grandma's house, some alleged boat, driving around Manhattan, didn't know where he was going, I guess, going to a car show, whatever he was doing, he's watching Sarasota Tim and whatever. He discovered YouTube, and he was defending him at first, but that's just the way he is. I mean, he's the dimwit, Yaman going on ghetto cruises, gambling away money that's not his, family money in a casino, and then getting comp. Great, I'm happy for you. When I go to a casino, we gamble. My comp is if I'm getting chips. We got lucky 2 years ago in Las Vegas. I got 4 kings and 4 tens it was. She got 4 aces. We walked out at $1,900 between us both within under 20 minutes. I'm like, let's go. Because we were getting up and leaving on the way out the door. So we'll get that breakfast that we liked in Las Vegas, but it was just too full. I mean, it was just parking lot was packed. And I said, let's just go over here to the hell's that IHOP, that's right off the highway. Let's just get on there and get that done. It's that restaurant it's a cool restaurant. It was just packed. Well, we left the casino. We both put in I think $50, $100, whatever. And she got her 4 aces. I got my 4 kings and 4 tens, whatever it was, and boom, we left. And I very rarely gamble on casino. I mean, on cruises. If I do, it's $300, and if I'm lucky to double my money, I leave. But beef stew. He's all upset and all frightened. Well, I get it. She likes to strike for channels, and she bitches more about Sarasota. I'll say again, Sarasota Tim needs a lawyer to get it dismissed. And and again, if he does discovery, and I did have someone help the guy, he's going to have to be honest with discovery. That's why you really don't want to be his lawyer, because he's not going to tell you the truth. If he's making $3 to $5 grand a month, great, I'm happy for the guy. And like Carl said, a lot of it's jealousy. because he's making money, she's not. It's like me being totally jealous of the carpetbagger. Well, I'm a little son of a bitch. You know, it's like, because I'm doing daily videos, so I'm pissed. I'm happy for the guy, but again, the carpetbagger, he's getting money from people on his channel. What the hell is this? Hello. Hello. Hung up. They hung up. Okay, fine. They hung up. They hung up the phone. I shipped back that thing I found. It'll come out. You'll see. I did a thing. I shipped it back to a lady up north. I found her phone case with her license in it. So found it there. I was doing a Casey Grits, his handiwork walking up. I've done it before. It's really cool. Train trestle. People tag it. It started raining, so I found it, and I just give it back to her. So it's up way up north, and the lady goes, doesn't register. I goes, probably a small little town. I said, my address is on the envelope. If she doesn't live there anymore, it's on her license. And I said, you know, because the mail's real good at finding these people. And I said, you know, I put my name in, my number in this. I found this on railroad tracks while I was doing a YouTube video. It'll be up maybe Thursday, I think, where I was walking around, and there it was. It was like her little bag, and they took the phone, but they had her license in there and some credit cards, and I just threw them in I threw it in an envelope today and shipped it to her. So it cost me $7.50. So I'm like, God, you know, the video, and I pulled it out. I'm like, oh, it's a phone case with a license in there and stuff. So that way she can have two licenses now if she gets a new one, so she can have one for her car and one for her, you know, in her wallet. So when she's in her car, she can always have it or something, you know, if she travels or something. So, but it's amazing what you find on railroad tracks when you're walking around. So you never know. But yeah, good old beef stew. Being a big baby and quitting on us and saying, you know, had enough of this behavior and whatever it may be. And it's called Red Shit. Let's just see if we can get anything going here with beef stew exit. So we go.
You came in hot, all caps all day. Left a trail of sauce on the comment page. Thumbs up, thumbs down, everybody knew. But the camera blinked when the beef ran through. You fed the crowd with another round. Then the title changed when the truth got loud. Now you say I'm done with the final grin, but you left the door with the click still in. One more post, then you fade away. One last clip, then you walk away. Screens go still, but the noise won't sleep. You built that storm, now you let it keep. Beef stew with YouTube drama. No more fire in the comments, no more running from the karma. Beef stew with YouTube drama. Hit that door, let it echo. Whole chat screaming mama. Frozen face, ring like dust on the same old place. You say peace is gold and the shade is old, but your eyes still check for another load. Old friends call, you let it ring. New fans ask if you meant that thing. You fold your hands like you found the cure, but the mess you made still wants more. One more post, then you fade away. One last clip, then you walk away. Screens go still, but the noise won't sleep. You built that storm, now you let it keep. Beef stew with YouTube drama. No more fire in the comments, no more running from the karma. Beef stew with YouTube drama. Hit that door, let it echo. Whole chat screaming mama. Take the smoke out your mouth. Let the empty little room tell the truth out loud.
That's a good song. That's pretty good. Beef Stew Exit, it's called. So it's kind of a rap pop. It's pretty good. Beef Stew. Again, you'd love those songs I've been writing. Just put those to some kiddies singing and stuff. That'd be pretty cool to do. So. But anyways, yeah, good old Beef Stew. I tried to call his young ass. He wouldn't answer. I don't know if he's too chicken to come on the show. He bitched before I don't call him, and I call him, he won't answer his phone. I guess he's allegedly going to ride his motorcycle and cook and whatever. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see how long he stays away from drama. Wait till the strike run. He'll do on his other channel. He'll tag people and come storming back and bitch, without doing not putting her picture in there. But he's still madly and emotionally in love with her, man. He was obsessed with her. He felt, that she dissed him and, playing her pictures back, which she has right to do it, but that's just double standard what she did with her boy, because Stu is a weird individual. He's just, stuck in the Rolling Thunder with Snickers and Snuggles. Found YouTube. He's like New York Daniel. He's a loner. He's just like New York Daniel. Exact what he is. He's a loner. It's what he is. He's a, that's what it is. Let's write a song, New York Dan Loner Blues. Let's see. You see, New York Dan. New York Dan Loner Blues. New York Dan Loner Blues. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So anyways, but we know Beef Stewie back, but he's all pissed off about the crazy nurse. He's all upset and frightened about her, and he can't handle it, and he's all pissed off, and now he's gonna ride his bike around, and it's never ending, with this behavior going on, and because you got good old the fake blind guy whining and crying again. He's pissing and moaning about the video what he noticed with Nomadic Fanatic in the video. How can you notice you can't see anything? So how are you noticing things? I don't understand that. The fake blind guy, So Tater went camping by himself. So what? He went camping by himself. I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, I don't care. We've talked before. BlindViews is just jealous of Nomadic Fanatic. Do I wish I could be a nomadic? Yeah, I'd be sweet. But a single man? Hell yeah. I'd stay a lot of places like a month at a time. I like Minneapolis. Got a lot of cool places to go to. You can see over by. I've said before. There's a place over by the zoo, and there's a whole bunch of places you can go around here in Twin Cities. Twinkies are in town. The Wild were in town. You've got the zoo you can go to. You've got a place down by the Minnesota you can go hiking, and there's so many. Be close to Twins are in town. There's just so many hiking. There's golf courses all over the place, bike trails galore. So I'm a nomadic. I'm gonna be certain spots for a month at a time. And if you're ever in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, you've got their Little League hockey Little League World Series goes on. Maybe in the area, go take in a game or something. Virginia Beach, that area down there. You've got the Wisconsin. You've got the AAA team down in Iowa. They have the AAA team for the Cubbies. There's and the NASCAR is when they're running around. There's always going on in Arizona. They have the track down there. So there's just so much you can see in this country that you can see. And obviously, I'd be in Florida in the wintertime. There's things to do out there when it's nicer weather. So. It'd be fun, but I'm sure I'd be jealous of Timmy or jealous of Nomadic Fanatic. I don't, that loser that he is, but, it's just he's a petty little bitch. He's got nothing else to talk about. That's all he does, BlindViews, Nomadic Fanatic, he's camping down by the river on his bike. Good. I'm happy for the guy, but good old BlindViews. Watch the video, look at it, pick it apart. Comment on this. Why is this? Why is that? This kind of behavior going on. So it's just kind of funny to see this behavior going on. I don't know. what are you going to do, right? Piss and moan. So that's all he ever does. And he talks about Timmy when everyone else talks about him. And then, that Tennessee idiot that changed his channel. My fiance, I watched part of that. He's in the garage talking about something. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And it's like, it's just like, okay, he's trying to get into Sarasota Tim. It's like better exposure. But New York Dan said he's dead. He died again. So I don't know. He wanted to know if I had talked to the fiance. I did send an email to the fiance. The widow. She said no comment. So I don't know if the new man has died. So this is called Dan on the Delancey. Let's see here now. No Casey Grits. Let's see here now. Here we go.
Dan walks home alone on the Lancey in the rain. One shoe full of river water, one pocket full of change. He got a burned up photo and a name he won't say. He talks to his old mirror, then throws the truth away. Oh, this town don't hug you, it just keeps on moving. Oh, Dan keeps on laughing, but the hurt keeps grooving. Dan on the Lancey,
Dan on the Lancey,
lonely but he's free. Dan on the Lancey,
Dan on the Lancey,
just a night and me. He don't ask for mercy, he don't beg to stay. Dan on the Lancey, gonna wear the ache away. He eats $2 noodles from a paper cup, reads the train map backwards till the morning lights up. Says I've been left before now with a crooked little grin. But when the wind gets mean, babe, you can hear that loss begin. Oh, this town don't hug you, it just keeps on moving. Oh, Dan keeps on laughing, but the hurt keeps grooving. Dan on the Lancey,
Dan on the Lancey,
lonely but he's free. Dan on the Lancey,
Dan on the Lancey,
just the night and me. He don't ask for mercy, he don't beg to stay. Dan on the Lancey, gonna wear the ache away. Tell me who you love now, tell me who you call. Dan leans on a mailbox let it all just fall. Then he squares his shoulders like he's done this all his life. One more long, hard heartbeat, and he walks back into the night. Dan on the Lancet,
Dan on the Lancet,
lonely but he's free. Dan on the Lancet,
Dan on the Lancet,
still got a fight in me. He don't ask for mercy. He don't beg to stay.
It's like a 6-minute song, 6:14. It's a good song. That's just so hilarious. You just write that thing, and it's the way she goes. Anyways, that's pretty good. Just whatever Delancey means, I have no idea. But he's claiming that Bear Exposure is dead again because he was bitching that somebody he follows has been around for 2 months because he expects you to put something in the community post because you, for some reason, if you don't tell people if you're going to leave or something, I guess if you want to take time off, you don't need to tell people. It's like this concern people all the time where the YouTubers are. Just like BlindViews, he's obsessed with Nomadic Fanatic, and he's going to pick apart a video. 60. I still love how he did the video for the members, but leaves it up for about 3 hours and released to the unwashed. It's just I don't know why people pay to be his membership because you don't get anything special. I mean, what's Passive Productions? They have everything on their membership. They have all this other membership stuff. Okay, you pay, you listen to all their stuff. They really release anything to anybody else. It stays in memberships. But I just think it's hilarious that New York Daniel is bitching about somebody. I'm like, it's not the end of the world, bitch boy. Oh, my goodness. But the Bear Exposure is dead again, I guess. Let's see what we got here in Minnesota. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Let's see. Housing swap, housing wanted. Oh, let's all a swap with your girlfriend. How does that sound? Bitches. Doom, 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 doom. Misconnections. We go. All right. Not a lot here. Terrace, hope your entry is a winner 6 hours ago. Sincere thanks for being a good guy and hot and handsome too, and a fan. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Royal Synastis, Minneapolis. You were a guest for a wedding party. It asked if you could watch you make your own one. I would like to meet you in a coffee time and get to know you. Cross your fingers, you'll see this. It was me, I confess. Oh, the Synastis, that's downtown Minneapolis. It's right across from Marriott. Guy on the Harley, Hennepin County. I was over at the curb in Bloomington and saw you in your motorcycle. I thought I saw you too. You looked good on your bike. If you did see me too, drop a line. Let's chat. I saw you, I confess. Green is good. Green goods. You said good morning to me and my dog. Okay. Yeah, so what? I say, good morning a lot, dog. Joe Witness, where are you? I miss you stopping by. I've had some changes in my life. I'd love to have a chat again. I haven't seen the neighborhood for a while. Please come by and see you soon. I'll be home by 3:30 today. Okay, I'll come on. Well, I'll come on by, and we'll have some fun. Hennepin County, HB. Happy birthday. Hard to forget that day, I bet. I bet there was a lot of fun. Costco Maplewood. That's where I broke that fight up that one time. Godness had Costco with thoughts that looked like Keith. You made my day. You were absolutely beautiful. I wish I could have talked to you more, but I felt alive for the first time in years. I could give anything to take you out for coffee. Okay. Coffee, anyone? Coffee? Menards, Cambridge, guy wearing a white hat. Missed connections, April 1st, Wednesday, around 12:30 to 1 o'clock, Menards in Cambridge. You walked by a few times, the store I noticed 3 times, smiled at each other. You were wearing a white hat and tan sweatshirt and jeans. I was wearing an off-white Arden sweatshirt and leggings, black hair and black glasses. You had short blonde hair, couldn't see under that hat. No facial hair, like 5'6", 5'5", maybe 20s, early 30s. Okay. You were wearing a white hat with sweatshirt and jeans. I was wearing an off-white, sweatshirt with leggings, black, and hair. Okay. It was me, I confess. Miss Spare Bit Bet, I know you were going to those shoes. Yeah. Did you take something or sell something? I want to go too. Okay. Bearded Guy, Terminal Bar last Thursday. You were wearing a green zip-up sweatshirt and hat. I think you were on one of the comedians. You were talking about how to give you a smoking weed. Oh, good Lord. Goodwill, St. Louis Park, 3 p.m. You were checking out dresses all black. As I came in, we exchanged several glances. I was around 3 p.m. Please find me. Okay, I will. I will confess. Cross-check. I'll go for some Buffalo Wings. DoorDash for Blaine. You were picking up an order and I was waiting for mine. We exchanged a few words, but I couldn't keep you talking. You had a delivery to make. If you had been time, I would have discussed how nice you looked. Would you be interested in a free dinner sometime? If so, please tell me what your brew discussed, darling. We discussed oral sex. Mary St. Paul. Morning. C partner was ripped away too soon. I thought you ought to be a friends. Let me know my hair color. What to do? You could switch. Okay. It was me, Cash. Wild Bill, Sunday, Apple Valley. Burnett at the bar. We talked about life and fun stuff. I bought you a barley. Feel free to message me if you would like to meet up again. No, all she wanted a free beer. It's all she wanted from young ass. Doesn't want you to going on here on Craigslist looking to get laid, you little dimwit. Anyways, but Jesus, let me see what else we got here. Girl with braided hair and Audie this evening. Let's see. I am Audie, shopping early this Friday this evening, Sunday, March 1, something between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. I saw you shopping the card in your hair and 2 braids, I think. You think? I saw you about 3 times. I thought you were good looking and looked nice. I would like to talk to you and get to know you. No, they don't need to get to know your weird ass. You're on Craigslist. Just go to some whore bar. Running in Monticello. All right. I was coming out of the shoe section and you were in your clothing. You smiled at me, I smiled back. Yeah, okay. Probably not the smile, my best smile, but what I had in my pocket. I think you were cute. Dogs are cute. If you see this, drop me a line. It was me, I confess. 0321 Skateville. I didn't know Skateville was still. I mean, I know it's there. At least it's. I guess it's alive and well. I love roller skating. We had a collision in the rink. I did my best to prevent you from feeling the wrath of a wipeout. Hello. Okay. I was with my brother maybe 40 years ago. It was fun. I love roller skating when I was young. I thought about the other day. I love that. Curbside driver, Henry County. Gallon curbside truck dumping, Elk River landfill 324. I think you're cute. We made eye contact. Tell me the company on the truck. Come on. We locked eyes to the window at the fairgrounds, North Loop. Today, 3:20, I was at Fairgrounds Coffee. Looked up on my phone. They were staring at me. We locked eyes a few seconds. If you see this, reach out. It was me, I confess. Maybe it was Barium exposure. Exposure. He was getting exposed. You were going door to door. You made me joke about this Jeep. Bah! Honestly, caught me off guard. I should have asked for your card. What? Because you want to get boned, or what's the deal? Jesus. I confess. I want to, do it, and it's interesting to know that Barium exposure might be dead again. He's kind of disappeared. Where are you, Barium exposure? Where are you? Have you disappeared again? Do I have to do another video that you passed away, rest in peace? Do I have to do taps again? Pronounce you dead again? The new second coming? Send email to the widow. Say, hey, I heard the newest one that you were trawling out has passed on again. Are we going to have another funeral, another coffin? And oh my goodness, go out there again, say hello, how are you doing? You know, whatever it may be, and you know, and say, hey, you know, I really feel bad that your second coming of your hubby has passed on again. New York Dan. This time he said it happened, that he's gone. You know, he didn't know if Cowshit had talked to you. I'm here to talk to you about the death of your husband the second time. You know, the heartbreak again of the new deep fake has disappeared without a trace, and no one's heard high or tail of the guy again. He's in the she shed. I said, I'm going to have to ask, you know, what the hell? It's sad when someone dies like that, you know, it really is, you know. Someone passes on, and it's like, you know, it's sad, man. I don't know, you know. Just like with Marky Mark, right? You know, he quit, you know, always chickens out, you know, more guys out there, you know. You know, we got the drama with Life and Vibe, you know, this case with Sarasota Timmy, and people are all up in arms with his behavior, and Sarasota Tim's down there, and, you know, need to get him a lawyer, you know, somebody to help him out with the fake nurse, you know, her whining, pissing on Nurse Cratchit, you know, whining, you know, get someone to walk in the courtroom with all the case and go, you know, fine, we'll go to court, but it's going to be loser pays, agreed upon. And it's going to be cash, the written check before you leave the courtroom, too. Before you leave the courtroom. And I'm going to say, I'll pay the bill for Sarasota Timmy, but if you lose, I want a check. And if you don't want to pay it, fine. You must leave YouTube. You must delete your channel and leave. Pay up or leave YouTube. Can't be anywhere. And could you imagine if she had to delete her channel and she could no longer be on YouTube? She would know what to do. Imagine that. Life and Vibe leaves YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. Old Sarasota Tim, everyone's pissing moaning about him, you know. Morning! You know, she's out there doing her behaviors out there, driving around, you know. Turkey neck, gobble, gobble, gobble. You know, that's what she's doing these days, you know. Drive around her car, parking gate, whatever she's doing these days. It's never-ending behavior, man. It's too bad that KC Grits. We should call. Let's call Stu. Let's see if he's got some balls the size of basketballs to call the show. Let's see if he's got some guts, shall we? Can't believe he's not live.
Hello, this is Stuart with Fuck Fat Dogs Catering. I'm away from the phone right now. Please leave me your name, number, and a brief message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Yeah. Here's your Kentucky Todd. Tim put a shirt on. Nobody wants to see that. Okay, he's in his garage, so he's trying to pick up the pace here. Kentucky Todd. He wants to be part of the hater crew. You know, it is what it is. He wants to be part of it. God, so many people in the Adam Movians cannot get past Movie and Dead. Every day I see a new post. Every single day. It's too bad that Beef Stew won't take a phone call. Can't come on the show, you know. me see. Has confirmed him as not investigating Mike Verbal. Well, I don't know why would they, you know? Tampa Jay sounds so much like Adam Wu. Watching Jay's videos about a Titanic experience last night made it sound like so much like Adam and made me a bit sad. Good video though. Well, that's what he does. I get stroked anytime that George is in a video because it's almost guaranteed that Justin be extra unhinged, and I just can't help but chuckle. Let the man rest in peace. I've top off the guy, but quit posting about on Facebook. He's passed on to something more substantial. I mean, we're missing Barium exposure. Barium exposure. We've been exposed by him. I can't believe that he's passed on. You know, he's gone, man. Again, Barium exposure dead. I don't know. It's disappointed he's passed on. I don't know. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just. You know, New York Daniel said he might be dead again because he hasn't been around, so I don't know. I don't see anything here. There's nothing. No community. No behaviors going on. We don't know. But it's one of those wing things. You know, you miss him and he's gone down the road, you know. I don't know. It's just too bad, man. Oh, well, we missed the cranky old man, you know. I mean, Mr. You know, it's the malcontent and the she shed, you know. Just kind of like Old Man Nation, you know, whining, pissing, and moaning. Those two would be great on a trip together. Could you imagine Old Man Nation and Barium Exposure on a trip together? Two very unhappy malcontents. Oh, that'd be. Just call it the malcontent. The malcontent blues, you know, those two, the malcontent, the nomadic malcontents, those two, and drive around in an A, just drive around the country together, whining, pissing and moaning about everything. Nothing's good enough. You know, the truck breaks down, they get pissed. You know. Mark goes for a stroll, gone for about 2 weeks. They finally got him barely alive in the Superstitious Mountain, you know. Be absolutely hilarious. I'm like, Jesus. But what are you going to do, right? Piss him on, right? I know. That's too bad. Surprised Squirrelbait Parody hasn't called the show, you know, because her master is did a video today picking things out, you know, can't see, but he can sure pick out from video. So I mean, he's whining, crying, and the jealous rage of BlindViews complains again, you know. But Beef Stew quits YouTube over Life and Vibe. Yep, he quits. It's just sad, man. I don't know. One of those wing things. It's just the Sarasota him haters, man. It's what it is. It's nonstop. The whining, the pissing and moaning, the complaining. You know. Now that Carl is working more, he doesn't have much time. Mark has kind of gone back to the brown shirts, and he's kind of going on these stupid hiking things that no one cares about. You know, they want to hear you piss and moan in your own she shed drinking your Modelo, you know, whining about people. Now forget that. I'm not going to talk about people anymore, no. I'm going to do that stuff, no. Now it's a bunch of hiking stuff. No one cares about your hiking people. No one cares. If no one listens, if no one cares, if no one cares, no one listens. You know? Sitting down in the moon, whining, life sucks, hanging out, the loner blues, you know, just whatever, you know, just hanging out, you know. I don't know. It's never ending. I think he changed his name. Did he change the? I think he changed the name to something else. The channel that he had, he changed to something else. The troll channel he did. What did he do? What did he do? Did he change it? He changed it to something else. Blind fakery. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, okay. So he's changing. I love it. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate both our asses. BlindViews his dogs. Thank you. I appreciate that. Exploring with Cowpote. I love it. So you can tell he's triggered. Butt buddies forever. He's not my butt buddy, sweetheart. That's hilarious. Oh, he's taking time out of his day to put a picture. I appreciate that. That means he's substantially pissed, so that's good to see. You know, we've been doing live streams over here, having the time of his life, you know, so that's what we've been doing. So when you're that unhappy with people, you know, that's just the way she goes. With Apple CEO Tim Cook steps down, huh? Okay, interesting. I didn't see that. I saw that. It's interesting to say the least. I don't know what the hunch is doing with this, the Hormuz Strait, what that's going on with the Iranians. I don't think Carl's around. I think Carl's too busy working, so. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, it's a shame that Beef Stew is chickening out and can't handle a woman and quitting and, you know, little BlindViews pissing and moaning about nomadic fanatic stuck above the garage, you know, pissing and moaning again, you know. Guy can't see, but he does a video today telling everybody that, guess what? You know, somebody picked out in the videos, I thought you couldn't see. So how you picking stuff out in the video if you can't see, right? But it is what it is, you know. It's the way it goes, man. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky. Yahoo! I don't know what morning, you know, Turkey Neck's doing these days. I don't know what she's doing these days. I don't have no idea, you know. But she was driving somewhere. I saw something, no AC, so she's been driving around town, going places, and she was talking that one video that her beau, who's using her for the milk, she's the housekeeper, that dye her hair. You gonna pay for that? You gonna buy my clothes for me? You know, it's like she's a. I guarantee it. Miss Vicky is a high maintenance woman. I guarantee it. You took her out. You better have money that folds. You better have some C notes. If you took her out to a bar this weekend on Saturday night, you better bring $2,000 to pay for this one. If you took her to Vegas for a week, you better have at least $15,000 for that one. At least 15 gur for a whole week in Vegas. You went from Sunday night to Saturday. You better have some major gur to have her gamble with, buy maybe even 20. She would not be a cheap date, trust me. She expects nothing but the best. Because she's a poor woman, so she's poor. But if she goes out with somebody, she better get everything. Just like with New York Daniel, he wouldn't know how to eat at a nice restaurant. Man eats with his bare hands like an animal. So New York Daniel, you know, I can see it. Like I said, Barium exposure. If you did take Barium exposure to a baseball game, if he went to his Tiddlywinks, the Twinkies are in town, all right? The Hennepin County, Minnesota Twinkies are in town. And they win, he'd bitch it wasn't enough. There wasn't a no-hitter. The seats weren't good enough, right? They weren't good enough, you know. The hot dogs weren't hot enough. The ketchup he's embarrassed with his behavior. The pop was flat, you know. Just the seats just weren't perfect enough for him, you know. It moved too slow. You know, not the right, you know, it was just, he'd whine, you know, he'd whine and piss and moan. You know, the beer wasn't that great. There was no Strohs. It wasn't cold enough for him, you know. But first, because the seats weren't good enough, we Ubered it in, and he would want a limo, so he'd expect so much. You know, he would not be happy at a Twins game. He would not be happy, or a Tiddlywink. He would not. He'd be so mad. Mad as hell, whining, pissing, moaning, call people names. Get in a brawl with people. Good old Barium exposure. He would get exposed. I can see that with him. Very, very unhappy in the she shed. So I don't know. Daniel said he's not around. He might have passed on. It's more substantial, so I don't know. Is the second coming of Barium exposure dead? Are you dead, Barium? Are you passed on again? I mean, we already had the video. I called you out. And I went to the funeral. I went to a nice cemetery here and announced you dead, and then you came storming back all pissed off, triggered as hell, calling me names and sitting there above the garage and whining about this and whining about that. And now all of a sudden, you're gone again. Disappeared without a trace. Daniel's upset and frightened. Maybe morning. Well, all of a sudden questioning where you're at. Rumors will circulate because of me that you've died again. You've disappeared like a fart in the wind. You'll become unruly and unhinged, come back out of the dead again. Start yelling and hollering, as you always do. Rage against me on videos. He loves to rage. Barium exposure loves to rage on people. That's just, he sits in that garage and just looks at the screen, listens in the background. I kill that time again. Gets all bitter about everything, starts yelling and hollering. It's like, that's much. The way it is, bitches. Call Sweet Melissa. Sweet Melissa. Sweet. No Sweet Melissa. No one's around. Damn it. It kind of sucks.
The unit.
I did try to call Scooter. I'll try to call Scooter again and see if Scoot's around. See if Scoot's around. Scooter? Scooter? See if he's around. No. Wow. No one's around. No one wants to take my phone call. But, don't know. Maybe no callers today. What the hell? Nope. Let's call Carl. I think, we'll just, whatever, man. That's the way she goes. I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't talk to Carl like the daytime all the time, so he's kind of hard to pin down. I'm going to see Carl. No beef stew. No girl. See? Huh. No Carl. Wow. I have no friends. I have no friends. Everyone's left me. Everyone's left my young ass. No one's around. I'm so upset and so frightened. That's the way she goes. It's hit or miss. So the one thing about being when you're on Blog Talk Radio Network, when you were live, and people would call in back in the old days because you were always available. People would call in and call the show. It was fun. You get people call them all over the place. Even when I was on Talk Show, it was a lot easier to handle Talk Show. The mighty, mighty big shoe. The mighty, mighty big shoe. But this court date with Life and Vibe and Sarasota Tim is just. I think it's soon as it's going to get dismissed. I don't think there's going to be any money to be had by him, and I think it's a waste of court time. I mean, I hope they sanction her and You know, I don't get it, man. I don't this whole thing. And again, if you were to go help the guy out, and you want to do pro bono for the guy, and it makes it to discovery, he's got to disclose what he makes and whatever else, and so is she. And I don't know if they're both willing to give that up. So, but anyway, she laughs and stuff, and the obsession's real. So just like with BlindViews, but he's the obsession-nomadic fanatic, you know. Watch him a video, what he's doing, you know, what's going on with him and his girlfriend. That's nonstop skullduggery, you know, what's going on with that behavior. It's never ending. So I don't know. It's just I don't get it, man. But when you're obsessed with Timmy like that and you want to watch the stuff back, and again, if I was Tim, let them talk about you. Don't worry about it. Don't strike their channels. Let them talk about you. Just like with Beef Stew was fighting with Life and Vibe. You know, let them talk about you, girl. It keeps you out there, man. People, that's what you want. You want people it gets the algorithms out there when your name's in there and whatever else. Who cares? But that's double standard. Watching, you don't like two men, you can watch two women. That's gay sex, right? Lesbian sex. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing, right? So, I don't know. What are you going to do, right? Not much, right? I don't know. But I do like writing the songs. It's a lot of fun when writing the songs. I love writing them. They're fun. Oh, it's sweet. Sweet. What's up?
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
I decided to call you, even though I have a stomach ache. I don't feel good, but I'll...
Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm just doing a basic show, just talking about other things, and you know what's going on on your drama side over there.
Nothing. I don't pay attention to it at all anymore.
I don't really either. I mean, since Fat Boy passed away,
Never been good.
yeah, they over here on the YouTube, on the Sarasota Tim haters, these people are idiots. Like this Life and Vibe is suing Sarasota Tim because the copyright striking behavior. It's really funny to watch these Sarasota Tim haters are probably the most entertaining people.
That's what that is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know, but he puts video three a day, and they all whine about him. It's just hilarious. But anyways, how's weather out there in Maine?
Sunny. It was sunny today. Kind of chilly, but not really. Kind of.
So let's talk about the hunch.
Oh my God, bring me up to speed because I don't know.
Well, I know that I think he's bored with the war. I think he's bored with it. I think he's bored with the war. He doesn't want to hear it because he thought it was going to be like Venezuela. You go in and take the guy out and be done with it. You know, he thought it's going to be this easy little in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Because people are asking him. He kicked some chick out at CBS out of the Oval Office yesterday because she asked him a question.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because he's pissed. So he's
Some questions. No.
He gets pissed. So he thought it was just, he wants, and then they bring up Jeffrey Epstein, he gets pissed. So in my mind, he's then building that new building, the new building that he, tore down the one next to the White House, trying to get that thing, judge shopping to get that thing built, so it's just the usual every day. And he can't even.
Just a little bit here and there.
I'm sorry, what?
I haven't kept up on it. Maybe just a little bit here and there.
Right. It's just the same thing every day. It's always something.
Yeah.
He's pissed and moaning about whatever else, and it's his usual behavior. So I don't know. It's just the hunch, and then because I think Trumper is trying to raise money to be the next president. So and then the hunch will never really step up and stand behind him because that means he's not going to be another president again. You know what I'm saying? So. Never.
That's 2 terms. That's all he's going to get.
Yeah, well, he thinks there's going to be that's why he liked when he went and saw the first out there in England, the King. He was in because he's always been a big First Family fan because he thinks that's what he wants to be as a king. So he loved the King, and he loved when he went to Saudi Arabia too as well. Because that's what he wants to be. He wants to be the king. He wants to die in office, just forever. Till he's 90 years old and just sit there in his chair and it's almost the Hitler behavior.
Yeah. Yeah, his golden chair. Mm-hmm. What a loser. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This country is just... Maybe it's the world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to hell in a handbasket, man. It says in the Bible the World War III will be fought in the Middle East. You know, and World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Oh, wow.
So
You never know, do you?
no.
I don't know. What about, okay, the only thing I did pay attention to a little bit was him being depicted as Christ.
Yes, that was just. I think he plays dumb and said he was a doctor. It's like, shut up.
Yes.
Picking up fight with the Pope. You know how I feel about the Catholic community, but he tried to say that he got him elected too. He was trying to say he got him elected as the Pope. It's like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
really?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just
That's not even about as Christian as nobody.
right. It was just so funny when he, and I guess the brainwasher, Sean Handy said he's not Catholic anymore. You know, he's not. He's going to die on that hill because he's so pissed off at the Pope. You know that he's making.
Oh, now he was fighting with the Pope.
Yeah. So.
I did catch that. I did pick up on that.
Yeah, he's been bitching about him. So it's like, if I'm the Pope, I wouldn't even say a word. I wouldn't even say a word. I would just keep on doing my stuff because all you're doing is you're poking the bear. That's what he wants. That's what the hunch wants, is someone to fight with him.
He's so. Ugh. That's the best way to put it. I don't even have any words for him.
Yeah, he's a pig.
We all knew, though. We all knew.
Yeah, but now I love a lot of the trumpeters that voted for the guy, realizing that he's an idiot. You know, the oil going up and war and the whole 9 years.
Yeah.
It's like, you have unprotected sex, you get pregnant. What happened? Well, you had unprotected sex, and that sucks.
Yeah.
How's the working? How the grandchildren these days?
Oh, you know, he's finishing up first grade.
Really?
Can you imagine?
First grade.
Yeah.
Well, my niece's daughter. What does it say up in the calendar? What did she turned? Anastasia she turned 12 last week.
Well.
And another Avery, she just turned 12 too as well. So they're both both their daughters just turned 12. I mean, I remember when they were kids when I first met Sue Ellen.
Yeah.
So
Oliver's 7. He was 7 in January.
how it flies, how time flies. Like my next neighbor, they moved. But when she was born, we went there. I got to argue with my sister-in-law at the first birthday, but my wife brings that up all the time when they talk about that. But I remember when she was 1, and and all of a sudden now I think she's 14 now. I mean, whatever. They moved, but I remember that she got older, and you see her go to kindergarten. It's like, Jesus, I remember when you were 1 year old. I mean, it's just with my nieces and nephews that are now having children. Were at my wedding 32 years ago. They were kids. They were like 12. 13, Now they've had 3 kids, and they're working, and whatever else. So
yeah, he's growing up, which is good.
Right.
Now, what's the latest? I noticed. I didn't listen to it. It came up my notifications that Dave had gone live. Somebody else must be running his channel.
He's what?
Dave had come up live, Dave 25, but somebody else must be doing it.
He's out of jail. He's out. He got out of jail. He admitted to his behavior, and he's actually in a homeless shelter right now.
Right?
So
why?
The grandma kicked him out. She has Alzheimer's. So he's just being an idiot. So
He is an idiot.
he wanted me to do a video that he's now an orphan. I go, you're not an orphan unless your mom and dad are dead. Okay, you're in a group home. I've always said you're already in a homeless shelter. You're not an orphan, you idiot. Just, you know what an orphan means? I said that your mom and dad are both dead, and they're not dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, you moronic idiot. It's like, no, you're not an orphan. Your mom just doesn't want to talk to you. Your dad's a loser.
Isn't his dad a loser?
Oh God, he was over in Singapore for a while, and he's got a house in Indiana. He named him Junior.
Oh my God.
And it's just, he's just a loser. The guy is just this never. He blamed his whole life that mom and dad didn't get him ready to be a grown ass man. I go, Dave. After a while, you have to realize what right and wrong is. Okay, you have to. After a while, you tell me up, Dave. I've tried to help this guy, but trolling fat boy all the time.
Oh God. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, good old fat.
But it's over.
I know.
Stop.
down the road. Down the
But it
road.
was fun. Those were the days, weren't they?
Yeah, it was back in 2016. Once in a while, I'll pop up an old live stream. The one when he was yelling at his people in the chat room about he was on Satan's granddaughter's channel, and he was yelling at people. And then the one where he opened my gift, and I sent him something to she had to sign the papers. He got all mad, and that was.
And he lit it on fire, remember?
Yeah, he lit on fire. That was my favorite video. I sent him tobacco not once but twice. The second time he was smoking it while he was live, and I could see the bag. He was smoking the whole 2.5 hour stream of that bag I sent him. It was hilarious. Never said thank you. Never, just smoked it like a chimney. But
he's a crazy guy. You wonder how the family gets along without him now.
Well, I guarantee it. They're probably bummed. I guarantee it. They're much probably more a cleaner house. She can actually just live her life out as a unhappy woman. And Satan's granddaughter's probably moved on. I told Dave she's an evil woman. That woman is probably evil, and she can grow her hair out. Doesn't worry about being a bull dyke. So. And who knows what what's her name is doing, the eldest, so and the middle child who was very brilliant in the way Fat Boy treated her,
Yeah, they were awful to her, weren't they?
Yeah, well, of course. Send me an email if you want to talk to me. Remember that? Send me an email if you want to talk to me. And she's sitting right next to you,
Yeah. Just let me know. Email me.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Good old Fat Boy. It's just.
Yeah. The daughter, Haley, it was Satan's granddaughter.
Yeah, she was Satan's granddaughter. She was, because she's evil. I told Dave, I said, when she gets older, she's 21, 22, that woman will hurt somebody. She will kill somebody. She will, because she's just evil.
That whole family.
Yeah.
It was like this big time passive aggressive.
Yep.
That she had, Mm-hmm. I don't know.
She loved to troll Fat Boy.
Yes, she did. Her whole family.
So you have a tummy ache?
Yeah, I've had just a really crappy stomach today. Ugh. We've had so many colds this year. Oh my, I call it getting Olivered because if anybody's going to get it, it's going to be Oliver.
Right.
And then he went home.
When I coached hockey in the wintertime, I wore a mask on the bench. And what are you doing that for? And this is before COVID. And I said, I don't want to get the flu.
Oh.
I always wore one because the kids would have it, and we'd get it. And I was the only one to get the flu because I had a mask on, when I was on the bench or in the locker room because, it'd go right through the team,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
I had one that lasted for a couple of weeks, and then
I was looking at some numbers for keep behind the camera. He's down to 50,000 per video. 50,000. How the money?
I've lost my luster for YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't really watch it much anymore.
I've been listening to a lot of history when I'm driving. I listen to a lot of the rise and fall. I was listening to a GM factory down in California, how it was rise and fall, and Tesla bought it. Just when they were building cars back in the 80s, they were actually sabotaging vehicles. It's like it was so bad that they just closed it because, like Perkins, when I used to open Perkins around the United States, they would close down these Perkins and then rehire everybody because it was so bad. You know what I'm saying? It was so everything was so bad. So this one down there in California, they were down there, was so bad they had to just get rid of it.
That sub to pop up occasionally, like Steve Billings, the Asylum. I am not interested in that.
The Asylum is just it's screaming and hollering. That's all that is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
And I don't know them, so it doesn't even make any difference to me.
Right. I don't even know what Savage is doing these days. I don't even know what Evil Anus is doing these days. I have no idea what he's doing.
I don't know. I think I remember recently he was in jail, or the people were saying he was in jail or something. I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's craziness. I don't.
Well, what's his name that passed away last year? What was his name? The other guy that passed away. What was his name? What was his name? Who passed away? The one guy that was kind of homeless and he had a really good voice. He passed away last year. What was his name?
I know G Mango's passed
Yeah,
away.
G Mangos. That's who it was. G Mangos.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot of... I was kind of surprised when he passed away.
Right.
Because it was like, he's relatively young, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, wow. But he had broken both his hips. He was a severe diabetic.
Yeah.
And
Well, I told Dave that Fat Boy would make it 2026. I told him, I said, 2024.
Right.
I told Dave, I said, he's not going to make it. What do you mean? I said, Dave, he's dying before our very eyes. I said, they're just, when he goes in for his checkup, they tell him what he doesn't want to hear, and he goes back home. I said, he doesn't want to. I said, I've been on Jardian. My A1C is 5.9. Okay, went from 7.1 because I try to watch what I eat. But I said, he doesn't. I said, all he did is bitch. I said, he's slowly dying. They're just sending him back home every day to die. That's all they're doing because he won't listen.
what do you think it was what do you think he passed away from?
Probably just heart attack or just stop breathing. I just think it came down to just, sepsis. He probably had sepsis or something, something like that. That usually happens, I just think it just got old after a while, just he died. And then, I'm shocked they haven't deleted the channels. I'm shocked they haven't deleted them.
I think the family and he both thought he was kind of like an icon.
Yes, they did. They thought he was an icon.
Right? That they were going to leave him there, he was an icon. And yeah.
Well, he was an iconic live streamer. He was funny, but other than that, when it came to being an idiot, he was a jerk. Look how he treated Amberly Ambrosia. I'm going to tell everybody about your, because they blocked his phone.
I see her pop around. She has a channel.
She does.
Yeah, it's like some sort of I don't know, positive mantras, and she was a nice lady.
No, she was very nice. She was trying to be a do-gooder to the $30,000 millionaire. Well, he acted like he was, but he was just a broke little bastard, and she was a sweetheart.
Yeah, she was. She was a nice lady.
But she was also drunk too.
It really was. I don't know. Those were the days, though.
Right. She deleted the channel after he went to prison. She deleted the channel. She got rid of it. She just deleted it.
But she's got it's Amber's I can't remember. Like I said, I don't know. I just I've lost my luster for it.
No, these Sarasota Tim people make me laugh. I talk about them on this channel. It's just kind of funny. It's just they hate watchers to the max with the Sarasota Tim. He does sometimes 2 or 3 videos a day, and this New York Dan, these people they just hate watch him. And they're so funny to rip on. They're just these idiots, Barium Exposure, New York Dan, Ziggy and I, and all these people, grown-ass men that just wait for him to do a video and they bitch. BlindViews bitches about Nomadic Fanatic, and he's allegedly blind, but he can pick up videos. It's just, these people blow me away. And I like talking to people too as well, but I also work for a living. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's entertaining to me, these people that... Again, it's like I eat your restaurant, right? And I don't like Reuben's, but I bitch every time I have it. You give me a meal, I eat it, but every time, but I hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like me watching Keep Behind the Camera. I've seen 6 videos of this guy.
I don't even know if they're around. I don't know what he's...
Yeah, he doesn't barely any views anymore because no one cares. You know what the problem with Keep Behind the Camera, what Sarasota Tim has done, is that they struck down channels years ago. If they let people talk about him, he would probably be above 100,000 because people hate watched him. Let them talk about you. Let them talk about you.
Because you know what? Talk is cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. My brother's on an extended vacation in Hawaii. I was kind of jealous.
Really? In Hawaii? Huh?
God. He just decided to go there. He likes to travel.
Nice.
So he's in Waikiki right now. When you get pictures when somebody's in Hawaii, it doesn't look as beautiful.
Right. I had my mom's sister lived in Hawaii years ago. I told her, go see your sister. It's a free place to stay.
Yeah.
She finally went. I said, she's not getting any younger. She's living in her my sister might be my uncle, my nephew, whatever. He had a place that he built in Hawaii and built a add-on for her. So it was like a 2-bedroom. And I said, Mom, go out there and see your sister. She stayed there for a month and loved it. I said, just fly out there and see her. She's your sister. You know, it's a free place to stay. They'll pick you at the airport. She'll take you on Hawaii. You know,
Yeah.
she's living there her best life till she passed away. She died like a year later, but she was really nice. She's a lawyer, really nice lady. I said, go see your sister in Hawaii. It just you have the money to fly out there. You have a free place to stay, and you'll see. You know, go out to Hawaii. You know.
Yeah, she probably.
Right.
He's really into the foods.
Right.
You know, kind of like when you go on vacation and you take pictures, and he's been sending me pictures. And at McDonald's, they have rice and spam that you can eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, because they like spam.
Well, when I was in Maine one time, at one of the McDonald's, they had lobster rolls.
Oh yeah,
I was like, oh my goodness.
yeah. Jeez, can you imagine? I haven't eaten at McDonald's in, oh my god, forever.
I like their French fries.
Yeah, I do too. I admit, I'm a potato person anyway.
What's this?
So-
Rosie O'Kelly, big news.
Oh, what is it?
I have no idea. I just see it right here in front of me. I told Dave, I told you, he would go back to being a man again. I knew he would not be a woman. I knew he wouldn't do it. I knew he wouldn't.
He's a man now, but he never lost his penis, so.
Yeah, I know, but he was. I told Dave. I said he will go back to being a man. If you're gonna, and I said, if you're gonna be a woman, you have to sell. It's easier to sell to be a man instead of being a woman. It's a lot more tougher. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what was that was bizarre. And then he got back into the church. It was a Catholic church. And
Yeah, he's a mentally ill person. I mean, he's just mentally ill. And remember, Fat Boy loved him. Fat Boy loved Rosie O'Kelly.
caught him in there. The boys caught him in Rosie O'Kelly's chat.
Yeah.
Oh my! Those were the days, aren't they?
Yeah. Then the money. Remember, they owed Fat Boy $5,000, and then he went up to the park looking for him. You know.
That was the best.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my!
So.
Behind the scenes, if you only knew. If you
Yep.
only knew.
Yep.
It was funny.
Yeah. Big news for Rosie O'Kelly. And he still dresses like a woman, but he's a man. He still has the look of a woman trying to. It's like, you know.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, just the way he dresses, kind of like a woman, but he's trying to be a man. He's like, he doesn't know what to do. He still has instead of just being a man, he still tries to talk like a woman. Rosie O'Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
There is feminine side. You're right. You're right.
He still tries to be both. It's like, what are you going to... I told Dave, I said, he's going to go back to being a man because he's not doing the whole... He sound like a man when you would talk. He walk like a man like a man. You have to sell it. To be a woman, you have to sell the look. If you're going to go to one, and I get it, you want to do it, you know? You got to sell it. You have to.
Those boobs were so huge.
Yeah.
Remember those things? Oh my god.
Yeah, Rosie O'Kelly. I told that to Dave. I said he will go back to being a man because it's a lot of work to be a woman. You just don't. Being a man, you can grow your hair, facial hair. You can start talking deeper, and you can walk weird. You know, when you're a woman, you have to be beautiful. You have to act beautiful. You can't act
No,
like
it's never beautiful.
right. So,
No.
anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, do you remember when he had Rich Life at his house?
Oh God, is he still alive? Rich Life.
No, I think so.
Yeah. God, you're bringing back some bad memories here. Oh my goodness.
My God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like a bad penny.
Yes.
He like turns up every now and then, and fights with people and argues with people. And
Oh my God, I
gather my belongings and my clothes.
well, come on, that's stupid.
My gloves.
He is developmentally delayed. That's right. That's a nice way to put it.
But that's why people come on YouTube, crazy people like myself, and you can come on YouTube and start a channel and be crazy, and the world can watch you be nuts. Like Fat Boy thought. See, Fat Boy thought he was going to be the next. He should have been the angry fat bastard. He should have been. He thought he would be the next angry kid behind the camera. He was going to put his kids through school. You know.
crazy. Nobody wanted to see that crap.
Yep.
Do you know what got weird with them is him being a pervert.
Yeah, grabbing his own daughter, you know.
Yeah, he was the pervert with the girls.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
So, and then the picture, the nude. Remember, I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah. The nude picture, blaming everybody else but his own daughter.
Didn't you get blamed?
Oh yeah, we all got blamed. And then what pissed me off from the very beginning is that Wisconsin Carrie when she got it sent to her phone, instead of deleting it, she sends it over to the cockroach, and she sends it over to, and then that was into that. You know, when she did that, all she did was delete. God, that was sent to me on my Twitter account. That would have been deleted quicker than you can say, "Oh my God."
I know.
I might.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you ever saw it.
Nope. I did.
It's an image that.
And we know who took it. It's just
absolutely
because she was pissed because everybody was giving the rock star gifts at the house, and that's why she did it towards what's his name, Big Kiss, because Big Kiss. That was a way to make him look bad because she was pissed at the family. That's why she did it, because we all get blamed for a nude picture because it was inside the family, and they knew it too. They just had to blame somebody else.
They knew.
I just
you think about this. They blamed John, of course, first. Okay, John Nagy.
Right.
So, do you really think that John would have sat on that long?
I agree. Yeah, I know. It's just this whole idea that we're the mean trolls. It's like it's your daughter that's doing this to your own flesh and blood.
Ready to put it up.
And like I said, if they would have put that daughter in a group home and learned she'd been a lot better person. But they used her for money. That's all there was to it. Fat Boy did. They used her for money.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's too bad.
There were the days. There were the days. They were fun.
Yep.
It was awesome.
I love fighting with a $30,000 millionaire, calling me names, and the best one. I wish when he was ripping on me, and he's stoned out of his mind. She's whispering in the background, "Cowpote," trying to tell him to say Cowpote, because he couldn't say Cowpote. He said Cowpote. He couldn't. He was so drunk, bitching about me. I like you Dallas Cowboys, and he was mad because I was arguing with Fat Boy, so he was trying to protect Fat Boy, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when he was fighting with me, and she's at a wrestling event giving out Fat Boy's stuff. Remember that? She's giving out his stuff for him, right? Doing his leg work. And I got a shitload of sub because people came to his channel, and I was prominently on the channel for like about a month. But people came over to my channel because I'll never forget, she was handing stuff out in the background. People looked at the bumper sticker and looked at her like, what the hell is this? Because she was at a wrestling event handing his stuff out for him, you know, his keychains, doing his dirty work. And then he turns on her, you know.
She was promoting him.
Well, she's a do-gooder.
She was a nice person.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She just was a do-gooder with a loser the $30,000 millionaire. He's in prison. That's why he had to go from Las Vegas out to Florida to serve his time, because he broke parole. You know, and that's why she left him and then found somebody else, and she's doing other things because he's a loser. You know, so that wasn't her nature. No.
You know?
Right.
And there's not many people on YouTube that stay around that aren't mean like that.
Right.
So she ended up, you know.
Yeah, I know. Those are the days, the fighting, whining, pissing going back and forth, and, you know, Fat Boy yelling at people, his sister in the background yelling at people, Dave, you know. Because she put something on his table, and that was and he opened it up. It was something I gave him. She put it right in front of him. He opened it up live, and I sent him that $5,000 in fake money I got off of YouTube, right off of like a real good deal, like $5 for movie money, and he opened it up live on his show and looked at it like it was real. He kind of took away from the camera, so I gave him $5,000 in $100 bills of fake money. He looked at it and then went away from the camera because he was looking at it, you know. So that was pretty funny. That was always my favorite. You owe me $5,000, the boys, you know. That was always.
Call it movie money or prop money or something.
Yeah, it was prop money. I got it off eBay. It was $5 for $5,000 worth of it, and I just threw it in an envelope and shipped it over to his house. And I said, from the boys, I'm saying, here's your money. He never admitted that he opened it. I saw him open it because she put it right down in front of him, right live on the show.
Yeah, here's the person to discuss. Speaking of the boys.
Yes.
Planet Randy. Where's he been?
Who?
Planet Randy.
I have no idea what he's doing. No idea what he's doing. I think he's still around. I have no idea.
Gotta be.
He's still around. I mean, who knows?
That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
Remember when they had his mower stolen?
Yeah.
Or somebody would put it up for free. And
Yeah, I know. People like to, that's YouTube for you. People they go real life on people like that, which is wrong, but that's what people do. That's what they do on here. That's the first thing they do is they dox you. They take stuff, and
He deserved it.
Well, I don't condone that kind of behavior, but that's what people do. That's what.
I mean, I don't do that, but
No.
it is kind of funny.
Yeah, but that's what people do on here. They just, I don't know. People are strange. It's fun to fight people, but when people get personal, I guess I'm not surprised it did to them. But it's just what people do. I mean, it's just.
And the son, remember you had him on on your I don't know if you want to call it a show.
Was he on my show?
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah, he came on that one time.
And you started to fight with me.
Yep. I think that's somewhere out there. I think that someone's got that somewhere. I think something. I think that's out there somewhere. The best one when you were on with Fat. You called in, and I was talking to a home for Fat Boy, and you called in as his sister. And you put right along. That they called me for like a year. They called me for a year. How's Donnie doing? How's Donnie doing? Oh my God! Then that one time I called the Super 8 in Sydney, Ohio. That was bringing everybody down for a big get together, and Fat Boy was just triggered. You call the Super 8 and because I called, yeah, I'm bringing down like 10 people and bringing down, and the ladies tell me how much it cost, and we went on for like 10 minutes on the show, and Fat Boy was just outraged. You call the Super 8, and we're bringing people down to the Super 8.
It was like psychotic and all this stuff.
He was so mad that Audie was so pissed off because when I used to do a fear mongering radio every morning going into work, when I talked about some beer, and Satan's granddaughter comes over and tells them because they listen to every one of my audios.
Oh yeah,
every one of them, every single one of them. So, because Satan's granddaughter would troll him on purpose. She would troll him. She would say stuff to him. But the one day they were in the bus one day coming home from school, and she comes walking up to him and says, "Yeah, why you on my channel?" he mutes himself and turns around and yells at her. It was funny because she came in to troll him. She loved to troll him, Fat Boy. She loved doing that.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, so
always. I remember there were just so many. There were so many moments that were people used to go in there and troll him.
Yeah,
and it was so funny.
Yeah, because he would. I mean, I nicknamed people, but he would talk outright and just yell at people. He was so good. People, the boys are going to fly an airplane into his house, and they owed him $5,000, and me and him both throwing the carcass over in the mighty Mo, and he was all mad at me at that. There was just so many good moments with Fat Boy. He was a legendary live streamer. Legendary. I mean, because remember he used to do 3 a day. I mean, he used to do it for a while, and he would get. I was talking to what's her name, Lisa Lynn. I'm talking on the phone one day, and she said something in on a video about him, and I said something. I'm talking on the phone, and I said he will go live early. What do you mean? I go, he will go live early before noon, and I hang up the phone. She calls me back 15 minutes later, and he went live at 10:30 because he was so pissed at her and me. He was so pissed that he went live. Because remember, he used to go 3 times a day for a while. Remember, 7, noon, and 3.
Yeah, his lunch, his meal times.
God, it was so much fun because he would just whine. And then the cockroach would be in the room there, blocking for him, and the cockroach, and she was always
for a while. Pretended to be,
Yeah. Well, they exchanged nudes. That's why it was such a very messy breakup.
Are you kidding me?
I think so. There was something going on there because she was really pissed at him. There was something going on there.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. Something went on there. They exchanged something because she was pissed.
Do you remember what the other day I had these like big string of thoughts about this whole thing, and used to call her pizza hair.
Oh, I did pizza hair, yeah.
And I said, what does that mean? I didn't even understand it.
Put a pizza on her head while she's feasting, you know. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's.
Stuff makes me laugh.
Yeah, I know. Those are the days, man.
It were the days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Didn't we do a walk-in tub one for him too?
Didn't do what?
Did we do a walk-in tub phone call for him?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep. Oh yeah, the walk-in tub. We the walk-in tub for him because he needed one. But the best one, I called the place for a place to stay, like an adult daycare for him, a place to go to. And you called in and pretended to be his sister. And you were all upset, and we were talking. That went on for like 20 minutes, an epic phone call. That triggered Fat Boy, but the trigger Fat Boy was calling Super 8 about bringing people down for a party for him, and he was just so pissed. He was so angry. If you come to Sydney, Ohio, I'm going to have you arrested. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And when you said he rented his pool?
To his what?
He rented his pool.
Yeah. the pool drama. Remember, he rented the pool and he got all mad on that, And yeah, it was all bad. Renting.
It was fun though. That's all it was. It wasn't evil.
Because I called around. There was a rental place one time that I called one day to my show. That you can rent a pool, and he got that you can rent a pool and bring it to the house. You can do that.
Oh my! Remember when he got in the pool? Do those videos exist anymore?
Probably. I think they're out there. I mean, you could probably go find them and swimming in the pool, and people were clipping that. And then when he was at the county fair talking about me, and pointing up cow poop there was there and this or that, and I used to tell him I only take my wife to state fairs, not county fairs, and
Yeah. And he was telling people all this stuff about YouTube and him being trolled. Just strangers, like they really care.
My favorite when he was at the 2 different times. He was 4th of July. He was scared because he's out in the public. He's looking around, and people like, anybody going to come over to me, right? And he's looking around like he's scared. And then he was at the parade, and people were in front of him, right? He was pissed.
Now you know what you're going to talk about. Go ahead.
Yep.
And the little child was maybe disabled.
Yep. He was pissed.
He was so. I'm watching, going, oh no, really?
Yeah, he was pissed and then they're leaving, and he didn't know about downtown. His sister had to tell him about the downtown city because he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He didn't know.
He didn't care. It wasn't Cleveland. It was no good.
Yeah, I still like it when I was giving him about the graduation that he didn't get that he didn't graduate. That they post dated. He showed it on a video that he had. I said, yeah, you got your thing, but it got post dated. That they kicked him out in 10th grade. They post dated his thing. So then the one yelling at Savage, God bless America.
That was epic.
Yeah, just yelling at her, and she's yelling, my daddy's gonna kick your ass. She was so good.
Mama wasn't home. She used to work nights at that point.
Yep.
And they would go crazy.
Oh, it was just so good. Savage fighting with her, and then fighting with Tina D, and then she built his channel back up again, and then
I think that channel probably still exists. Mama Grizz 59.
Oh yeah, that one. She bitched about me in that one. She was mad at me. Had the headset on. She bitched about me in that one. Yep. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she put her teeth in. Remember?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they
that was another. That's another one. That's another one.
Oh, they look like big horse teeth.
Yep.
She got you. Oh boy. Fun times.
Yep.
It's not like that anymore. No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver, stop. I know you did. He's in the bathtub. He said I'm doing weird things. He's dumping water inside.
That's Sweet Melissa says hello, Sue Ellen.
Yeah, hi.
Yep.
How are you?
We were just in Chicago a little while ago. We're going to go to Orange Beach in August.
Oh, nice.
We took the train to Chicago. Had the time of our lives.
Yeah?
It was fun.
Nice. That will be nice.
Yeah, all the troll wars with Fat Boy. It's just you just can't get enough. It's just never enough, man.
It was never enough.
I mean, just never enough. And he was the best person to troll, and he didn't mix words. The fighting with Dave was always funny because Mrs. Chris would piss him more about who's in the chat room. It was just so good.
That's like Dave sending pizza and chicken.
What?
Dave sending pizza and
Well, he sent him chicken though, and he paid for it, and then he whined because it was KFC, but he was mad because it wasn't where his daughter worked at. Remember he whined there was no pop. Remember there was no pop, so he was whining there was pop. There was no pop. Right. He gets free chicken, but he whined because there was no pop.
He couldn't. Nothing, as fat as he was.
Yeah.
Nothing was good.
No, nothing was ever good enough for him.
Yeah. Nothing was right.
I go back and watch. I'll type in my name, and when he opens my gifts, that was the best. And he burns it, and
That's a good one.
It's epic, man. He's just whining and yelling and hollering.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, I've been on for almost over 90 minutes, and I appreciate you calling back in. It's always fun to have you on because we know where the bodies are buried.
Yes, we do.
We know where the bodies are buried, so it's always fun to have you on and reminisce about the old days.
Good night.
But I'll talk to you later. Tell work, and I'll see. There she goes. Her phone was kind of in and out, but I don't know whatever. That's no big deal. Anyways, a long time. Anyways, it was fun to have her come on the show. My name is Jeff, fear-mongering radio. I mean, pretty much the same. The Vietnam ones have kind of turned off a little bit. I think they discovered who I was and moved on again. I don't think they'll come back. We do appreciate the military men of the armed forces of all the branches. They have served us 1 and 2. The Korean Vietnam War, 58,000 plus. You have a draft dodger up on the hill, adjudicated, convicted felon. Okay. Don't shower in the shower, Penn State. Sven Johnson Beef Stew said they would shower in the shower at Penn State. See something, say something. Okay. If you only 2 men having sex, you can't watch 2 women. Not very Christian be doing. Okay. You carry the groceries if you don't put a condom on. AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, needle penis, ouch, or chlamydia. Okay. And don't drink and drive. Just call some emergency with a phone. It's not that tough. Make good choices in your life. Your choices. I mean, that's all there is to it. You want to be poor. Okay. That's all we're asking. But goulash tonight. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you coming on, young lady. It's always good to let's see. This one. It was Amazing Grace. Anyways, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky Yahoo. Thanks for listening. Fear-mongering on Thursday, not Friday. So it is what it is. Peace in the Middle East. Get real in the field. Beef stew. Don't be a quitter. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Sarasota Tim, get a lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, this voice is out.